And we back, and we back, and we back. Yeah.
All right.
That's how we started.
I'm getting my verse ready for
You
y'all
take the
niggas,
intro?
dog. Hey, my verse is coming, yo.
Yeah, the next
All right.
Yeah.
year.
Nah, y'all gave me some solid motivation the last episode when y'all called me out.
You it in your rhyme book.
Yo, I haven't yet.
Exactly, yo.
But I've been motivated after watching our last episode, and it was on camera.
He
Like,
been
yo,
listening to instrumentals in the house.
yo, for real. I be in my car right now, just, yo, I'm gonna get this shit. All
Listen
right.
to the grinding instrumental, because you know that's
That's a classic.
Y'all thought
Hey,
I was
yo.
going to take 20 years.
I'm coming for these motherfuckers. Chill. All right, man. We back for another episode of What's Good, Bro podcast, man. Partial crew. It's all gravy, though, man. We got the man in the joint, Dre.
What's up, y'all?
And we got Sonny in the building.
What's good, people?
Tweezy Chain is a hard-working man, yo.
That man be working.
So we just going to respect that.
He got to put food on the table for his,
Yeah,
for
he
his
got
babies.
mouths to feed. So, yeah, we understand that.
Yeah.
I think this might be a brief episode. Definitely a good one though. We here for the part 2 of the Bro Code, Man Law. First episode we went through the first 6. That was really solid. So now we're gonna finish off that list here today.
No doubt.
And it's a really good second half, man.
Yeah.
This is like the meat right here. Pause.
Make sure you include that pause.
I figured that was needed. Alright. But before we get into that, yo, we gotta get into our local shit and just updates around the table, man. So Dre, what's good with you, bro?
Ooh, it's been a wild week. I really don't remember most of the week, to be
Yeah.
honest. But shit, what day was it? Probably like Thursday. Found out one of my high school classmates died like in a car accident. So
Damn.
wild. And it's just like, I feel like it's probably maybe the 4th or 5th high school classmate that died this year, like from some crazy shit. So,
Golly.
ooh, yeah, it's been a week of reflection.
Sorry to hear that. My condolences. For sure. That's tough. What's good with you, man?
So I am back on track with dodging Rona.
Hey.
Back to that, right?
Cool.
Only do it.
Can you get it again after you got it once?
That's
I-
unclear.
I think
Alright.
you can, which is why I'm still dodging. I'm not
Alright.
just like, like fucking Superman out here.
Real.
Yeah, man, just grinding, independently, just trying to add skills, man. I will always say, like, no matter how old you get, it's never too late to add a skill. So I'm just constantly working to, enhance my skill set, not just as a professional, but as a person.
Word.
Just make myself more marketable for whatever opportunities out there. So I'm just constantly working on that right now. But other than that, I'm back to dodging Rona.
Yeah, that's the key out here for sure. I'm kind of on the same page as you, Sonny, man. Just staying low, try to build up my skill sets. I'm working on a new certification now, so
Okay.
I'm definitely about to be back in the books. Trying to get that bag, that super
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
But I am excited for that. What else? Really just chilling, staying low. Haven't really been on social media in a minute. I hopefully get back on there. I did like that. I don't know if I liked it, but I'm interested to see what Westbrook is going to do in DC. That's probably
Yeah.
like the news
That's really the only thing I think I really
yeah.
that I've heard really locally.
It's interesting. Like, I mean, even though we're in Baltimore and it's DC, like, it's still local enough. It's still DMV. I think Westbrook is definitely going to be good for like a draw, even though we can't really be in the arena, but it's still local sports networks, and we can still see Westbrook drop a triple double on a nightly basis, which will be entertaining. I'm not sure if it's going to produce wins, but I think the owner in this case was just like, look, we need more viewership, and Westbrook is that kind of draw, and you don't know what you're going to really get out of John Wall coming back.
Yeah, I'm about to
off
say
an
it's John Wall hasn't played in 2 years, and it's an Achilles injury, and
He relies a lot on athleticism.
Yeah.
Honestly, he might come back and be stronger than ever, man. This would be the opportunity for John Wall, and I feel like this always happens in DC sports. It's like they go to DC. I ain't gonna say they trash, but they're not the best. They leave DC, and then their career just like start moving.
I think John Wall has the ability probably a little bit more than Westbrook to be a pure point guard.
Yeah.
A little bit more. It's like they're kind of the same style, but I think with that injury, I think he's going to be more well-rounded. Like I saw a podcast with Gilbert Arenas, and he's been working with John Wall.
Yeah, that's dope.
He's actually been working with him, and he said, like, look, like one thing about Gilbert is he's like, look, like, all right, whatever you're strong at, don't do that. Like, don't do that.
Work on your weakness.
Work on all your weaknesses. Like, instead of pulling up and going straight to the rim, shoot the ball on a fast break where you have the open mid range when they're pulling back. So he's been kind of working on that. So I'm like, look, he might be a more complete player. Not as many dunks, not as many flashy layups,
Right.
but probably more assists and more jumpers.
It's gonna be interesting to see him play with Harden. I think. Yeah, always trying to find a point guard to play with Harden is a task.
Yeah,
but
John Wall.
It should be interesting.
I think he'll be humble enough to take that on.
I think with Harden, he's an interesting person too because he's a ball player who needs to have the ball in his hand. He creates the most off the dribble. He can do step backs and things like that. And John Wall, he's similar, but I feel like he's been adjusting his game to be more versatile. I think if you put
John Wall's never played on a team where he wasn't the guy that had the ball in his hand the whole time. Even when Bradley Beal was like coming of age,
it was still
John Wall still had the ball most of the time.
You know what it is? I think both teams actually won because I think people try to say, oh, well, they both lost. Like, I think Max Kellerman said it best. Like, there's a such thing as addition by subtraction. You know what I'm saying? Like Westbrook was a worse fit with James Harden than John Wall is. Yeah. So it's like, not the perfect fit, but he's a better fit than what Russell was. Because Russell was like, nah, I know you want the ball, James, but I need it right now.
I'm gunning this.
Yeah.
Whereas I think John Wall will come more humble and he's trying to expand his game.
Yeah.
I think if they have like if they have like a small forward or a forward that can shoot, that'll be good because, you know, they could probably alternate having the ball in their hands, spread it out to the 3-point shooting small forward or power forward, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
That could work.
They picked up Boogie Cousins, which is, I don't know. The Rockets. So they got two players that we don't know how they're going to act because they're coming from Achilles injury. So
I think
it's a big risk.
Point.
Yeah, honestly, I think that'd be a good opportunity.
Because I think they did they play together that one year in Kentucky? Did they both play for Kentucky at different times?
No, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins was in the same team. They
won the same squad.
Same squad, both freshmen. Yeah.
Like on that damn super freshman
team. Yeah, the
team.
super team where the 7 people on the team were first round draft picks. It was wild.
Which is crazy because like you get the first 2 people off the bench.
Yeah, John Calipari he's not a good coach. He's just good at getting people to the league. Yeah, that's what you go to Kentucky for. You don't go to Kentucky to play basketball. Yeah,
you don't go there to win a chip. You go there to go to the league
to get scouted by NBA.
It's like what Miami is to football. Miami, it's a pro factory.
Yeah, you're not really going. True. You're not going to win the championship, but you will get drafted.
Yep.
Got that Kentucky behind your name. That's
KU.
But yeah, before I guess we wrap up sports, the Lakers are clearly going to win the championship this year unless somebody gets hurt.
Why? Because LeBron James re-signed, or
LeBron James re-signed, Anthony Davis re-signed. They got Dennis Schroeder from Oklahoma City, who was. They got Montrezl Harrell from the Clippers, who was a 6th Man of the Year.
He's a dog, but
he's a dog. They needed dogs. They got Marcus Gasol, smart big man. So all they really lost was a little bit of athleticism by the big guys that wasn't playing in the playoffs anyway. So I can't see how they don't repeat.
I would agree with that.
My favorite basketball player is back. My current favorite basketball player currently in the
When is he playing?
Who was that?
When is he playing? He's not playing the first game of the season. When is he going to play?
He's going to eventually come back. He's going to come back.
Who's your favorite
player?
But,
you know, it takes a while to get back into game shape.
It doesn't matter unless it's to the playoffs. He's going to come kill shit.
I'm still trying to figure out who.
But it don't matter because they got to make it out the East. So
they're going to make it out the East. Like, bruh, what? He got Kyrie. He got Uncle Drew with him.
Oh, speaking of Kyrie, he's not talking to media this year.
That's
He's
good.
only issuing written statements.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's
it's just weird. It's just weird. I've never like
statements. Where you gonna write it, bro?
I don't know. They had their first media press day, and I don't know if someone like read it at the mic.
Wow.
Because he's blacking out on media, but still issuing written statements, which is not blacking out on media.
Yeah, I think a lot of athletes should do that, but Kyrie
they can't. It's a part of their contract too.
But yeah. So
that's why Marshawn Lynch had got fined that 1 year, or that's where real. The famous "I'm just here so I don't get fined."
That's very true.
I think he's going to do something to that extent, but for all the people who couldn't figure it out, I was talking about Kevin Durant. But like I think that's going to work because Kyrie has been a successful second fiddle.
Successful.
Second fiddle.
Well, second fiddle. Kevin Durant has to come back in order for him to be second fiddle.
You said what?
Kevin Durant has to come back in order for Kyrie to be second fiddle.
He will.
And the thing is,
he won a chip.
My only flaw with the Nets is neither one of them are leaders.
That's the point.
Neither one of them are leaders. So when it comes down to the playoffs, and you got to play the Bucks in a game 7.
Oh, the Bucks ain't gonna be shit.
How do they act? They have a first time coach and a first time assistant coach. Yeah. Who's the leader on the Nets?
That's gonna be really good.
If it's Kyrie or Kevin Durant, they're gonna fail.
Whoever gets the ball first in that situation is who's gonna shoot.
I don't think
the
playing is the mental part of the game that I question.
Who's more mentally who's more mentally clutch than Kevin Durant right now? They're both
He's
clutch
only
as hell.
clutch.
They're both clutch.
He's only clutch when you have another leader on the team.
He got to get the ball first. Kyrie is a point guard.
He was in Oklahoma
City,
but
they can both get you the bucket.
When he was, it's more than playing the game. It's a lot of good players that don't win championships. Kevin Durant was never the leader in Oklahoma City. He was never the leader in Golden State. Kyrie was never the leader in Cleveland, or when he was the leader in Cleveland, they sucked. And when he was supposed to be the leader in Boston, they sucked.
Kevin Durant's going to step up, and I don't think he needs to step up. I don't think he needs to step up that much because he was the guy at the end. He's always the guy at the end. He's always the guy like who's going to get you that crucial bucket. Now I don't think the friction that was between him and Westbrook is going to happen between him and Kyrie because Kyrie, in the moment, as much as you can think he wanted to buck back against LeBron, he never did in that moment.
Because LeBron was a leader. You can't buck back against a true leader.
And as soon as LeBron left, he was talking big shit. As soon as he left.
It's gonna work.
It's gonna be interesting.
But then Kyrie actually said this. And like you say, let's talk about the big shit. There's somebody else who I can pass the ball to at the end of the game. So you think they're not going to be able to if he's already coming out the gate, I'm going to pass you the ball at the end of the game. You got this. This is.
I don't think they're going to do that.
So if they down 2, they're fine. Can they come back from being down 17 in a game 6? They can't do that because neither one of them are mentally strong enough to do that.
I think in the moment they will have to.
Which one of them are mentally strong enough to do that?
It will have to be KD.
Neither one of them could do that.
Which one of them are mentally strong enough to do it?
Kyrie will have to be strong enough to sit down.
If you're down 16, you got to have a mentality to say, we haven't lost yet. We're going to fight back and win. Yeah. Neither one of them have displayed that amount of leadership.
First of all, that makes
Kyrie will step up in that.
That makes. Let me tell you why that makes no sense. They both do that. They both ask for the ball in their hands.
No,
when the game's on the line.
That's when the game's on the line. If you're down 17, the game's not on the line. You got to come back and win.
What? You don't think both of them can do that?
Neither
but
one if you got to
choose one.
You're talking about skill set. I'm talking about mentality to say, we're not going to lose this game.
I think
neither one of them have displayed that.
I think Kyrie will have that mentality.
When he was in Boston, he gave up.
He gave up for that moment.
Kyrie's the same player that said, if y'all don't trade me, I'm going to get a surgery that's not going to have me play the season. He's not a dog.
His Boston years was they don't count.
This was in Cleveland. Where he said, if y'all don't trade me, I will get a surgery that I won't play next year.
He was being petty.
He's not a dog.
He's not a dog. He's a dog.
He's trying to become a dog, and that's why he came to Brooklyn to prove that.
No, let me say this right here.
You don't become a dog just by moving to a different team.
I mean, that's his decision. That's what he decided.
That's not how you become a dog.
That's what he decided.
Let me say this right here, yo. Like, he definitely has that in him. It's just that he's bucked with the teams. That's it. What peaceful relationship has he had with a team where I'm getting
that's kind of bad leadership then.
Well, why does he not have a peaceful relationship with a team?
Okay,
if you have the best player,
you gotta be a leader to be a dog.
If the best player in the NBA is on your team, why are you bucking up against him? That doesn't make sense.
But it was after they already won the shit. They won. That's the thing. Which one of them aren't champions? Both of them are champions.
So he got a championship and let that shit go to his head to say, oh, me and LeBron are on the same level. And that's why he apologized later like, yo, I was wrong. I was wrong.
He did that.
We are not the same.
And that's why I feel like Kyrie is now humbled enough to
he
work
didn't
with.
do it in Boston.
Boston don't count, yo.
Why doesn't it not? He had a better team in Boston than he's ever had in Cleveland.
Here's what I'm going to say, yo. In both of their championship runs, they were both the two people that actually took the shots to win them the ship.
You're talking about the shot. I'm talking about.
That's what mattered. That's what
he's talking about.
You
got
to be close enough to get to that point.
All right, how far this is going to go?
All right, so that's our intro.
So
that's our whole.
They only good when they up by 20. They not good.
I mean, we gonna see what the Nets looking like, yo. This is gonna be good, yo.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting because they don't have a real. Steve Nash ain't never coached a day in his life.
Facts.
And Mario Stoudemire's never coached a day in his life.
It's gonna be a good show.
The rest of the team.
I'm gonna watch those games.
NBA is gonna be full of shows.
I think want to say this first game is the 22nd or something.
I don't think it's this bad. That what else did we have to talk about besides sports? Let's be real. Like what do we have to talk about?
I mean, we're not gonna talk about the Grammys because no one really cares about the white people being nominated.
Shout out to Freddie Gibbs though. Fuck with him.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to Freddie.
Yeah. But yeah, ain't nothing else really happening that I can think of.
Yeah, like it's been a little slow, so we, I don't mind the NBA talk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because football really ain't. NFL, I don't know what the hell they gonna do. Players catching COVID left and right.
I'm I'm like what is it? Unenthusiastic about the NFL. I'm like I'm not as hype as I am other years.
These Tuesday, Wednesday, 3:00 games. Killed all that.
Every game, it's a key player that's not playing in almost every game.
Right. On the NFL network.
Yeah, right.
See?
It's like if you don't have NFL Red Zone, like have Red Zone. If you don't have Red Zone, it's like what the hell is the point of watching it?
Well, yeah, that sucks. Like yeah, we got to make the schedule work. I'm like your viewership is going to go in the toilet. Like because most of your viewers are at work right now.
Yeah. I didn't even know that the Ravens game was going to be at like 4:00 in the afternoon. I thought it was going to be like 8:00. You gonna have it on Tuesday? Have it at 8:00.
That shit was like 3:45. Yeah. Like the fuck.
Like I seen people on the timeline talking about the game. I'm like the game's on.
Like shit, yo. Like wow, all right.
Yeah, like most people have to watch the damn highlights after the game's over, after you know the result.
I will say that was a good game for them not to have all their starters though.
Mm-hmm.
But we always play good in the games that we supposed to lose and play bad in the games we supposed to win.
Yeah, RG3 is definitely cursed because I think at this point, I think his body just basically is telling him like it's done, man.
Yeah,
it's done.
That's really sad.
Yeah, nigga should learn to slide.
Right, yo. Like
I was gonna say something, but it was inappropriate.
Oh, is it the white woman? It's the white woman.
My head, dog. You gotta get out, yo.
Ain't he from like Texas again? White woman is a luxury in Texas without getting shot.
True.
Look,
yo, he had that choice as Baylor though, so.
Like I know you're gonna be so.
She mad as shit. That man stay injured.
Right. Come on, baby, you can do it. Get back on the field and run your little nigga legs. Like, what you say?
Chill.
What you say? Nothing, baby. Nothing. You can do it.
Hey, I'm a big RG3 fan, man.
Because you was once can we call them?
You know what I'm saying? No, you can't.
Washington football team.
Right. I was at that game too in the playoffs. He had a nice little run and changed the whole division. That was a moment, and then just went downhill from there.
Yeah, all y'all can. Washington football team fans, all y'all can do is, go back to old memories.
That's it. Ain't nothing coming up. Well, the defense is. I'm not even going. I don't know no better. They all right.
Just focus on the mascot.
Yeah,
honestly, no.
Find a name
no.
first.
They need to keep this Washington football team and just play football, yo. They don't need to work on a new name. I don't trust it. I don't trust them creating a new name.
Are you saying they need to earn a name? They need to earn it?
Yeah, basically. They need to earn it. They need to have a community poll. I don't trust Dan Snyder or the Washington Redskins. Oh, damn. Or Washington football team.
Yeah, the
Dan Snyder might call it the Washington Hookers.
Man, it's going to be another.
He might do that shit.
The Escorts.
The Escorts. The Washington Escorts.
Chill, yo.
Hey, if you want to represent the team, what's going on behind the scenes.
Do it properly.
Hey, man.
All right, man. That was fun.
One hell of an intro. Wasn't expecting it to be that long.
Yeah,
Not
we
at
got
all.
more out of it than
Like
what we
shit.
thought.
Like shit. All right, man. So let's move forward to our main topic, man. We're gonna finish this bro code. We gotta finish our list of 10 with a couple extra ones. So we're gonna get into that.
Move your mic close.
All right, man. Y'all ready for this?
Is this good?
Let's do it.
All right.
Mic check. 1, 2.
1 2.
Hello.
Be good.
That was your mic check, yo. Hello.
Hello.
Anybody out there? Are you listening?
I don't know how to do this shit, man.
All right.
Go with the flow.
All right, so we here, we back, going over the bro code. These are codes, laws, rules that men should live by. 2022.
2022.
They each deserve a clue bomb.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
and we're gonna come back with that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Coming at you soon.
All right, so somewhere. So last episode we went through our first 6. I'm gonna run through that real quick, and then we're gonna chop it up with 7 till.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the bro code, man. Number 1, be your brother's keeper. Number 2, don't hate on another brother's success because yours is right around the corner. Number 3, don't play yourself. Number 4, protect black women. Number 5, if you don't have it, don't spend it. Number 6, take care of yourself. All right, so we went over that, really chopped it up, explained what it meant to us, and how we can apply it. Y'all want any words on those first 6 that want to go back on, or?
Nah, I think we said everything we really had to say last episode. So
All right.
y'all go ahead and watch the last episode if you have any questions about those first 6.
Do that. All right, so let's do this. Number 7, we gonna just get right back into the list. Whole time I need to use my phone because it's more organized.
Well, I'll get it up for you. Number 7, never get comfortable. Always move forward. And I think we kind of started on this with the last episode. Just being stagnant, it's not fly. So
yeah,
keep it pushing.
Yeah, always try to improve yourself. Maybe add to your repertoire. Like just being complacent is dangerous because you get caught at the same spot. The world continues to move forward.
Yeah.
When you stay stagnant, so your value actually doesn't stay the same. It actually drops over time if you remain stagnant.
Yeah. I've heard this saying, and it really stuck to me when I was younger. It's like, never let the grass grow under you. So it's like, never stay in one spot too long, never get too comfortable, because only thing that's going to happen is the grass is going to grow right around you, and you're going to be swallowed into whatever you're doing. So just keep moving.
Yep.
I like that one. That was number 7. Number 8, you want to go through these songs? I was going to wait till 12. Number 8 is be a man of your word.
Yeah, that's kind of self-explanatory, man. Just if you say you're going to do something, do it. To the best of your abilities, man. What is that saying? A man's word is his bond.
Mm-hmm.
That's essential because it's like that's reliability.
Yeah.
If you're known for not keeping your word or keeping your promises, people remember that. They remember that, like, oh yeah, I'll come pick you up. Yeah, like once you get off of work. No, you won't. You said that. You said the last couple times.
You don't want to be a bluff out here.
Yeah, it's integrity. And that kind of goes back to number 1, being your brother's keeper.
Facts.
If you say you're gonna do something, especially when it comes to your brother, make sure you follow through.
And also with this one, I feel like it's important to note, being a man of your word is also like saying no. And if you can't commit to something or you really can't do it, it's all right to be a man of your word and say no. Like,
that goes also to a previous rule. Don't play yourself.
Yeah.
So don't be trying to please people by like saying something, saying you're gonna do something when either you can't do it
or you don't,
or the possibility of you doing it is very low.
Yeah.
Right, man. Yeah, like that can hurt you as well, man. It's just because then it looks like, I don't want to use the word weak because then it's just like almost like, oh yeah, like you refuse to tell it how it is. in that moment. So that's definitely a negative quality. And we're talking about the bro code, but this is really a good rule just as a man, period. That's why you say be a man of your word.
Facts.
You know, not a person, a man of your word. Like,
yeah. Honor your commitments. Number 9. Don't fake it till you make it. Just make it. That's probably my favorite one for real.
man,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, like I do want to talk on this a little bit just because we live in a social media society full of people that are faking it in so many different ways. You can fake it, like you can fake your happiness, right? So like, one thing you see on social media is someone just smiling like, yeah, we living this good life, blasey blasey. Next thing you know, you find out a story, months later, years later, that they contemplated suicide around that time. So they just faked the funk the whole time. You thinking they living on, cloud 9, and they're really like in a dark space. But your actions, especially the youth, like when you talk about the youth, like they see stuff on social media, they think it's real life.
Yeah.
Like,
It's real life and it's easy to grab.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like look at me, you know what I'm saying? I'm inspiration right here. Bro, you just tried to kill yourself the other day and, your wife had to stop you, or you were just like crying or doing all this stuff, but you going to fake laughing and joyous, and you got these kids, you got kids out here, you got high schoolers, you got college kids, young adults watching you and thinking this is real. And, the one thing that I hate is don't just show me the success. Tell me the story of how you had to work and grind for it.
Yeah, that's big.
Tell me how you worked for it. Like, because, if you just show me the success, like, I won't, I may not know, like, oh, it took, there's a saying, some people call, like, certain artists or certain business people or certain, like, technical innovators overnight success. And I forget who said it. He said it took him a decade to be an overnight success.
That sound like everybody for real.
Yeah.
It took them a decade to be an overnight success.
Big Sean had a line like that.
Yeah, so it's like, nah, like you're just hearing about me.
Yeah.
But I've been working at this for years.
Yeah.
And nobody tells you that part. Like, nobody tells you that it's not just some shit I didn't just, or even a YouTube influencer, right? Like, that's another big thing. Like some people, they may start off with a little bit of views, and they may have had a little bit of views for years, and then they had one thing go viral. They tried a bunch of shit, and then one thing went viral, and then like, boom, I got the recipe.
There. Yeah.
So
open the floodgates.
It's like almost like the recipe for success is trying out different recipes until it works, taking the time to stay in the kitchen and just try to find that right recipe. But when you find it, it may have taken you a while to get it. And nobody's telling these kids this. Nobody's telling the youth this. And now they think all this success is just overnight real success, like overnight stuff, quick, easy.
Yeah, I think it's this is very important because we live in an age where clout is currency.
Oh my God!
And it's an empty.
They love
currency.
clout more than money.
It's an empty currency where it's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
Even like some of the followers aren't real people. You can buy followers to make you look like you're an influencer, and then from there, it just when your success and who you are is based off of falsehood, it's easy for you to lose yourself.
Yeah, 100.
So, and that's why with us, we not really trying to reach people, but we not going out of our way, or outside of what we do to gain followers, right?
Who we are,
right? Anything that we do is always going to be generic and authentic. So if it's not something that we actually are 100% behind, we not going to go out and do it because having someone like us for an antic isn't really what we for. It's almost like how Charlemagne was throughout the years, where he was like an antic for all these years, and now that he's actually being himself, people are like, oh shit, he's actually a likable guy.
That's a good example.
He provides good content when he's not being messy.
Yeah.
right?
He just had to go through. Oh, I don't have to be messy to actually get people to watch my stuff.
He's a natural intellectual. Like he's naturally like he's not trained on a lot of stuff, he said like, no, I didn't take any special training, but he has like a certain insight that comes natural to him and who he is. And you know, I heard this one time, and I hope I hope I can at least post or get the quote from somewhere. He said like, it was a person. They said don't invest in empty investments. They're like empty calories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like don't invest in empty investments. So like if you are working towards a certification, or if you're paying for a degree, or if you're paying for something, make sure that will benefit you, and it's something, and the benefit is tangible. So if you're getting certification, make sure it increases your income. If you are getting, if you're paying for a therapist, you want them to help you mentally. Like you want to make sure that the benefit is tangible, something that you can readily recognize. When you get in this clout, you're paying for something that can actually hurt you in the long run.
Got us.
That just like you should pay for lights.
Wow, do us off, but keep going. Yeah,
but yeah, but is like never invest in anything that won't give you any type of return. Don't invest in all this dumb stuff just for popularity and clout that won't benefit you tangibly, or that won't benefit you in the long run. It's not worth it. I'm 29 now. I know that the 21-year-old version of me may have wanted, value clout or value recognition way more than I do now.
Yeah.
But, so sometimes it takes time and maturity. But, me telling you this shit almost 10 years later, like, it's not worth it. Invest in tangible things.
And kind of like my note on it, we on number 9. So don't fake it till you make it. Just make it. When I think of that, it's really like finding a way to enjoy your process and not like really just ODing like you already there.
Rush it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Don't rush it. Life is a whole process. So it's really no destination to where you're trying to go. But finding a way to enjoy your process, I think it'll make it a lot easier on you making it and not having to fake it.
That's how you have rich, grumpy motherfuckers. I'm going to be real. Like, if you don't enjoy the process and you're just like, I'm going to eventually get here,
Yeah.
30 years of your life, you work to be rich. You're now rich. During that 30 years, you were miserable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're too focused on the destination and not about the journey.
Right.
And then you learn that the destination ain't even going to really come.
Look, destination means the end of it. So you don't want to get to the end and not forget how you got there.
Word.
It's a waste of a journey.
Yeah.
You wasted 30 years.
Yeah. Like, word. Like, you don't want to be miserable to get to where you at. You know what I'm saying?
So don't fake it till you make it. Just make it. Number 10. Bring some to get some. This is actually my favorite. I said the last one was.
So I'm gonna reiterate the example that I gave earlier, just as like a minor example. There are other ways that you can express it.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing as a grown man that I hate is a motherfucker when you go to a kickback, a party, or something like baby shower. I don't care what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Anything.
Real.
And you come in that shit as a grown ass man,
Empty-handed.
Oh, that irks my motherfucking nerves, man. Like, I'm serious. Like, that is horrible. You need to bring something. Like, if you are like an adult, just bring something to the table. Like, here, I bought this for the party. I bought this for y'all.
Hey, even if it's
out of respect,
napkins,
Exactly. I was about
or
to say,
ice.
it could be something small, yo. Just something small. Just contribute.
Just disrespectful. Where the food at?
Yeah.
Where the food at? Where the drink at?
Those be the ones that be eating the most too.
Exactly. Got two plates and a to-go plate. Ain't bring a damn thing. Just came to eat.
I thought this was my party.
Right.
Hey man, I know a few brothers, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all.
Yeah. This one is really like you said, don't go nowhere empty-handed. I've been saying it for years. Just don't, and that's even if I'm about to pop up on a friend, I'm not coming up to your house empty-handed because I know you need something.
So disrespectful.
Like, and even if you're not coming with something, you better call me. Like, yo, do you need something? And if I say no, I'm good, then that's fine. But you should, if you coming somewhere to get something, you should bring. It's like an admittance fee. Like, you gotta pay something to get something out of this.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't have to.
Or
ask
you stealing,
Yeah.
and if you stealing from me, it's gonna be a problem.
That's what I'm saying. You know what's crazy? Like, like, and this is the only way I know how to say it. Niggas want to be niggas so bad that now you have to tell somebody, oh, it's BYOB.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's only because niggas being niggas. Like, you should know
And
better.
even
It
when
should
it's
be
BYOB,
proper etiquette to
people
bring
will come with
something.
nothing.
They
People will come with nothing
Because
to a
they think
BYOB.
other people will
Yeah,
bring
hey,
something.
everybody gonna bring something better. I ain't gotta bring nothing.
I ain't gotta bring shit.
I ain't gotta bring a cup. Because I'm
That's
gonna get
horrible.
all that.
I'm of the mindset in certain occasions, like if I'm invited to something and I just don't have the bread. Let's say, like, you know what, I've just been and put my money elsewhere. I've been trying to kick up. I'm like, you know what, nah, man, I can't make it.
Yeah.
Just stand up like that. Don't come up in there knowing you not gonna bring nothing. Like, just don't go.
Mhm.
Just don't go, man.
Don't go. And even shit, send a cash app. It don't even have to like we don't you don't have to bring the feast.
Yeah.
Bring something.
Yeah.
Just bring something.
Bring something.
Bring
a bag of sugar, something like.
Another thing is, like, in the aspect of bring something to get some. I definitely agree with you in terms of your scenario and just brotherhood and in general. But it's also important in relationships and in business. I feel like in relationships,
that's a bar.
Yeah, it's like
that's a bar.
You can't. In order to be in a relationship, what are you bringing to that relationship? We gotta ask ourselves that a lot. And then also, like, in business, it's the same thing. What are you bringing to this operation, and how can we benefit?
Why am I in a business relationship with you if it's not beneficial to me at all?
If all you bringing is weight,
Yeah.
we don't need your extra weight.
Yeah. Right. So bring something to get some, man.
Good stuff.
That's number 10. And so technically, that would have been the last one of our list, because it is a list of 10. But it's about to get real good on y'all.
This
all right?
is so we got 13 now, but honestly, this bro code it's a never ending list.
Yeah, it's a working
like
list.
If something comes to us, we just want to snap it into a future episode.
Yeah. So these right here are like the amendments, or I'm trying to think of a better term, but y'all gonna ride with us. Number 7 is good. Number 7. I said number 7. Damn.
We on 11, bro.
7-Eleven, yo. I mean, every morning with my coffee. They stopped doing them dollar coffees, man. Yo, they can get that shit back. Keep that on the tape too. So like, number 11, pay it forward. It's simple enough. Like, if something good happened to you, I think that's a prime opportunity to pay it forward. Or if something's not, hasn't happened to you good, and you just have a little extra, pay it forward. That stuff, that karma comes back around, and it's a good thing to do in the moment.
To my people that live in Baltimore, this is the opposite of the crab in the barrel mentality. Yeah. This is the polar opposite of that. Yeah. That means if you are in a positive position, if something good happens to you, you spread that. Like, I think the biggest thing that Black people need to learn how to do is successfully network with one another. That's the best thing. Word of mouth. Like, or even, like, you don't even have to. You can indirectly put somebody on by introducing somebody to the right person. Like, know a guy, you know if you know somebody, or if you know where to go to pursue, if you want to pursue something that you're looking to do, put the other person onto that knowledge. Knowledge is very, very key in this law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In terms of pay it forward, we gotta remember that we're not doing this just for us. We're doing this for the people that come after us, the people that came before us. We all standing on somebody's shoulders. So it's our duty, honestly, to make sure that the next people can get past where we stopped. Because they're not starting where we started, but they shouldn't end where we ended either.
Right.
They should be able to move past that and with ease, with our help. So pay it forward, and that's not necessarily like money wise. Game is free.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Honestly, it's less in terms of material things. It's more in terms of
knowledge,
intellect.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because honestly, the materials that we working with, they gonna come up with something better than that in the next couple of years. So passing the material things is good for, I guess, family history, or like it's nice to have antiques, but ultimately the intellect is what will move the next generation forward. So
yeah, man, and you know, especially in the black community, you know, paying it forward could be like, you know, helping another brother, acting as a, you know, we use the term, it takes a village.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could take a village to move forward. Like, you know, as a people, like we come from a people that were denied an economic base in this country at, you know, at various points in history. So if we were able to network with one another and provide some sort of base for the next generation, that is a form of paying it forward, providing an economic base, actually networking with one another, trusting one another to actually build something that our children's children can have and actually, you know, start from. Let the start line be much further out than us. That's the goal. You know, so that's another method. I mean, I guess that's another idea of what I could think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep. In order to pay it forward, you have to look for it. You have to look to the future.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely. Yeah, and honestly, like it starts with community, and community is the root word is commune, which means come together. So, it just simply enough. Like no one is getting it on their own. You got someone paid it forward, even though you might not realize it. So, it's you got to recycle that.
Big facts. Mm-hmm. Number 12.
Fuck them.
Straight to it.
Fuck them.
Number 12. Fuck them.
I wanted to say it at the same time, but
are you gonna try it again? Let's try it again. Let's do it one more time. All right, number 12.
Fuck them. No disrespect to the good people in law enforcement, but the institution itself, we don't rock with that. Defund the police. Ooh.
Dang.
So
you not rocking with Obeezy?
Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about now. Cause,
oh man,
just because he's the first black president don't make him the first black president. You know what I'm saying? So this man had the audacity to say catchphrases like defund the police are too snappy for politicians to get behind.
I mean, was he wrong?
No. How was that wrong? What's wrong?
So are you saying no? Are you saying he?
Oh, was he wrong? Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Completely.
Just wanted to clarify that.
No, completely wrong. Completely wrong. Completely wrong.
So Dre Shields, I just wanted to clarify your statement.
Yeah. So, I'm meaning to get his book, but I don't want to pay for it myself.
Yeah, I need an audiobook version of that shit. I ain't gonna.
Nah, that shit's probably gonna be like
13 hours.
Nah, first of all, his wife's was 24 hours long audiobook. Yeah, so it came in two parts.
It's possible. It's possible to have love for somebody and not agree with a statement that they make.
Yeah,
it's possible to do that.
Definitely,
it's possible. I think that's a problem that we have. I think that's a problem that we have in the black community. I think this is specific. So when we're talking about defunding police, like if I agree with 9 out of 10 of what you say, but I disagree with one, and we have a good working relationship, is it possible for us to still have that relationship? I believe in most cases, absolutely. 100% of the time, no. But like if you can do business with people that you don't like, you can work with somebody who you actually like, who I think for the most part, I doubt that I'm wrong at all. The black community, damn near as a whole, has embraced Barack Obama. And I think we're split on this one statement because
I think we're split on a lot more than just this statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like there was a whole thing, and I think I sent you that article. Actually, really the post from Sean King. Really, like that post, like that was big. And I'm just like, you know what? I like Barack Obama as a person, and I appreciate him as a president. I do. I appreciate him, but you're not going to, and I agree, like, there are certain aspects of when we talk about defund the police and how he's handled certain situations, like he's not going to be perfect. And then when you're dealing with a president, he has to be a president for the entire United States, not just, he's not the president of black people. He's the president of the United States.
That's true. But we have to realize that in context, white people, when they become president, white men, they weren't presidents of the whole United States. They were president of their people, in particular Donald Trump, He's the president for his people, and the people that weren't with him get no benefit.
Okay.
That's a different type of privilege, man.
I was about to say that.
Can't.
I was about to say that. So here's the thing, right? So I'm gonna give you an example, and it's an example off of a TV series called The Boys. So there's a CEO of a company, right? And he's a black Hispanic man. And he states that because I'm the CEO, people think that I can do X, Y, and Z. But because I'm a black Hispanic man, that's a privilege I don't have. I have to move within certain lines to maintain this position of power to do what I am capable of doing within my provisions. I can't go off and say what this white person who would be given, like, let's say this white person would be in my position. I can't go over the lines that he can go and still maintain my position. I will lose my job and my name will be sullied because I am a black man. So when you go on a job, it's almost like when you go on a job, man. You think that you can do the stuff that your white counterparts can do. In certain positions of power, no, you can't. You have to stay within that line. You have to somewhat conform, especially within corporate America, government, things of that nature. And I think when I listen to Obama, I'm hearing a black man who had to do that to a certain extent. Whether you're the president of the United States or not, that is something that all people of color have to do in a country that's dominated by the majority of white people. You have to.
I understand that, but once you are. If that's the stance that we taking, don't call yourself the leader of the free world when you, in fact, are not the leader of the free world if you feel confined in what you're able to do.
Every president has called themselves that.
Yeah, but every president outside of Barack Obama has acted like that. There's something called an executive order, which means even if the Congress and Senate don't agree with it, he can put it into law. He didn't wield the power that he claimed that he had.
We can all say that he could have done more,
but he didn't have to. He could have. You can get impeached if you're not a actual.
I feel like he did the right thing.
He put being the most liked president ahead of being the most impactful president.
I think he probably was thinking more long term though. Like,
you only got 8 years.
But it's not just about him. I feel like he played the role of being the first black president, and he understood that it is he was in a real vulnerable position. Being the black man, the first black president, he knew that he couldn't do certain things that other presidents would have done.
Right.
So I feel like it's more about what's going to come next after him and what can be done.
If he would have acted on every instinct that the black community wanted him to do, there would never be another black president after him.
There probably won't be another president after him.
I think there will.
Yeah, I think there will be too.
Absolutely. Because whenever
we just got a first female black woman as a vice president.
They don't like her. People voted against Biden because of her.
People love Barack Obama, and because of that,
but you have to be a likable Negro who's not going to do stuff for black people in order to be president.
But here's the thing.
So I don't want a black president if they're not going to do something for black people.
But here's the thing, right? So here's the thing. People who talk about Barack Obama's class and how he carried himself in such a presidential manner, how he's such a positive influence.
And that's just really saying that he carried himself as a noble white man.
No, it's not.
That's what they're saying.
No, it's not. I disagree.
No,
what does presidential mean?
But you don't know what that means because that's all we seen was old white men. So
well, that's what presidential means. Noble white man.
What then? So why should we ever aspire another black person to be president if you think it's equivalent to an old white man?
Maybe we should.
Just for reference.
Until the country has changed.
Just for reference, that book was 29 hours long.
Exactly. So here's my personal stance. I think Donald Trump of course has a longer leash because he's a Caucasian dude, right? Because he's white. So Dave Chappelle, in one of his specials, I think it was his latest one, not the mini one, the latest one on Netflix. He stated that you guys have no idea what the information I hear in these briefs. And then, Dave Chappelle goes on to say, oh, you're not supposed to tell us that information. So we don't know what the hell Barack Obama is being told, the information, the intel that he's being told. So not only is there a limitation on what he can tell the public as a people because he has to look out for our best interests and stop panic because that is part of his job to actually quell the emotions of a nation. Mm-hmm. Like he has to. He also is probably privy to look, I'm a fucking, I'm a black dude in this position. You know, I have to move this certain way because I know X, Y, and Z have to happen this way. I may not be liked by the most pro-black woke community, but I'm going to still be a representative overall. I'm going to have more pluses than minuses here so that the next person in line maybe have a little bit more freedom. Sometimes you got to be the dude who's not going to be the most liked or the most anything. Like, it opens an opportunity.
President Barack Obama is a great example of paying it forward, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see about that.
Absolutely.
But honestly, the comparison I've heard the most that I like is they're comparing him to Jackie Robinson, where he's the first one to infiltrate Major League Baseball, but he wasn't the greatest black baseball player at that time. He was just the one that could handle the bullshit.
Yeah,
right.
And that's a pivotal role.
I'm fine with him being that. Let's not talk about him like he's Hank Aaron or Barry Bonds or Muhammad Ali. He's not that person.
That's fine.
He's Jackie Robinson.
That's
he was
fine.
just the first one that was able to get
cool
in there
with that.
because his temperament was what they liked.
I have a question. How many times do we fucking separate Jackie Robinson from Hank Aaron and all those motherfuckers? We don't separate him.
Yes, we do.
Books. He's in the
Hold
same
on.
fucking
No.
book.
He's in the same books, but there's only one number in Major League Baseball that's retired from every team. What's that? 42. Hank Aaron's number. Exactly. They're in the same book in terms of Hall of Fame, but they're not the same. Is there a Hank Aaron movie?
But it always has to be the first, though. Like, Jackie Robinson was his first. Barack Obama was his
Jackie
first.
Robinson wasn't the first nigga to play baseball. He wasn't even the best nigga to play baseball when he was playing baseball. He was the one that wouldn't go up into the stands and whoop a white man's ass for spitting on him. That's why they picked him, because he would shut the fuck up when they called him a nigga
and roll with it.
Exactly. So that's what Barack Obama is. Let's just stop treating him like he's Muhammad Ali or Martin Luther King or Michael Jordan or Hank. He's not. He's not one of them.
He's a trailblazer of his lane, and that's the lane of being the first black president. We can give him that respect, and
that's the respect that we're giving him the Jackie Robinson respect.
I'm cool. I'm agreeing with you.
You're the first one.
I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you.
You get points for being the first.
You get a lot of points.
No, you get no.
Jackie Robinson.
You don't get points to the point where you're unforgiven. Where you're just forgiven for all the stupid shit that you did or the lack of shit that you did. If you want to question stupid shit, this nigga went to Flint, Michigan and drank a glass of clean ass water when their water was filled with lead.
He about to get this vaccine. He about to get this shot too.
The placebo ass shot. I do believe that's his placebo, but that's me. I do believe that.
I think this might be another debate for another day for real.
12, fuck him.
12.
Yeah, 12. Fuck him.
How the hell did we get talk about Barack Obama?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Come on, dog. You know, I do agree with you. Like just continue to play that role, BZ, man. Like if it's a subject like that,
I think he really is trying to because he's aware.
He's only talking now because he got a book out. Before the book came out. And before Joe Biden was running for president, the nigga was silent.
Give Obama some points, yo.
The nigga was silent. Even amongst all the riots and shit, Obama was nowhere to be found.
He was working
on writing his book that he can make money off of.
Y'all gonna leave no tie open collar shirt Obama alone?
I'm just saying,
super
look, you only get so many points for being the first.
Shot. Man, what? I do this.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Hey, yo, your impression, they kind of spot on. That's the second one. Nah, I definitely
get so many points for being the first.
I agree with you. I never even thought about. This is totally off topic. I never even thought about Barack Obama being the Jackie Robinson for real. But real life, in ways I can see that. It's a different type of impact level, but I can see that for sure.
Obama gonna have like 10 movies before it's all said and done.
He already got like 3.
Nope.
That's what I said before it's all said and done.
I'm going to choose to ignore the producer, and we are not going to entertain.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I already said enough bad shit about him.
That's my man, yo. That's my man, yo.
Like I said, you get points for being the first, but as a trailblazer, you got it. Maybe he hasn't done shit post presidency yet that I can consider valid for the black, other than talking to black press. But
that's a really.
He's not giving. He's still playing giving political answers.
Yeah.
Where it's like, bruh,
he's not trying to get knocked off, yo.
Real talk. That's exactly what it is. I don't think y'all gonna see Barack or President Obama slipping.
Y'all know.
I mean, he got a whole legacy, a whole family to carry that name. So I don't see him.
Ain't nobody else in his family ever going into politics.
True, but they still gonna be known for being the first family and just have to go through that shit, regardless.
George Bush's daughters were drunks, so I think they'll be fine.
It's one of the daughters. Yeah, one of the daughters was on TikTok with her friend, so she don't even have a TikTok account, but she was on her friend's TikTok account, and like everybody wanted to know what was going on. She didn't do nothing crazy or nothing like that. It was more of an excitement of her being on her TikTok.
Well, it was more of an excitement, and I can say this because she grown. She look good.
I don't even know what she look like nowadays.
What, you talking about Barack's daughter?
She grown.
And she look good. How old? We gotta do an age check for that.
Nah, she grown. She at least 18.
Okay, alright.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let y'all do that check.
Nah, let's go to number 13. Nah, this is the last one on the list. Cause we definitely went off a little bit. Number 13, yo, this is the last one on the list of this current list.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, for now. Celebrate your small wins.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel like as black men we don't do that, and a lot of people for real. Small victories are a part of the journey. You know, those come, and that's how you get the big victory.
Yeah, in the black community, the world is already telling you that you're not enough, whether you're a black man, black woman.
Right.
Like, so you gotta take time to celebrate yourself. Like, oh well, you're not smart enough, you're too lazy. You don't. There's no way you can reach this height. You know what I'm saying? You don't a lot of negative stereotypes that are related to black people are around one, work ethic, and another, intellect. Mm-hmm. So when you're working hard towards something that creates that requires a lot of brain power, and you're working, you're grinding, and you're not getting the opportunities. Sometimes the light just turns off on you.
Throwing you off.
Hey man, you gotta roll with the punches. Which is what you have to do in life,
Right, Nate Robinson.
He did not roll with the punches.
Oh no, he rolled. He rolled. But yeah, let's go. We didn't talk about Nate because we're not gonna do that. We already talked about one black man today in a negative manner. Yeah. Pray for Nate Robinson. I hope.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
But celebrate your small wins. Change is incremental.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can get to the finish line without taking that first step. Yeah, you can't get to a mile without doing a quarter mile, without doing. Every step forward is a step towards the goal.
I'm almost 100% sure you were about to say the typical saying, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
No, I'm not trying to go Nipsey Hussle. But even in a sprint,
that was like
even in a sprint, you got to take multiple steps.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt runs 100 in 9.3 seconds or something, probably less than that. But either way, it ain't in 1 second flat. It ain't in 0.1 seconds. It takes time for him to get to the finish line.
I don't think a sprint is the best example, though.
I mean,
but even in any movement, you have to take multiple. It takes a lot to get to wherever you're
I'm gonna stop my argument there, because that could have went on. We could have went back and forth about. Well, a sprint is much shorter than a marathon.
All right,
but even if
small victories,
small victories, right?
Even if your goal is a short-term goal, there's increments within your short-term goal before you hit it.
When I think of small victories, it's like with us in this podcast. We've been at this for
a little bit over a year.
Yeah, a little bit over a year, and we continue to progress. And it's moments where we, hit a benchmark of our followers or amount of money we have in our account or just where we at right now.
The views,
the views. It's like we celebrate those small victories in preparation of where we continue to go. And I think that really also provides motivation as well. When you just take a second, stop, breathe, and realize like what you really just did. no matter how small or big it was, like you really put in the time and the effort to create something. And that shit is like what it is today.
Yeah, and the mind is a powerful thing because there's two people that have progressed the same amount of time. The one who stops and smells the roses and appreciates their success, they're more, like you said, they're more motivated to move forward. And then the person on the left could be like, dang, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not at the end goal, and I'm just like, and they're just discouraged.
Yeah,
and that could stop them. So that's also essential to get to where you want to be. If you don't celebrate your successes, whether it be just patting yourself on the back or actually celebrating them, then you could discourage yourself. You could work against yourself and stopping yourself from getting to the goal.
So, anything else on number 13? Celebrate your small victories.
No, I think we basically covered.
All right, that's the list for real.
That's the list.
That's the
list.
list.
At this point, that's our list.
Yeah, and the idea and the goal is for us, to finish this 2020 out. We're going to be pushing it in social media, in our personal relationships, just to get a feel of what this bro code list looks like and, how we can fix it or, really apply it in different ways for real. I'm excited for this, to finish this and, move on to the next year because it's definitely going to be lit. And I think it's really important for us to establish these codes and rules. So, if things go left, we got some standards to hold niggas to.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's really about, creating this list is creating a standard and holding brothers accountable to the standard. So, we're going to do that.
Yep.
Then we're going to go to the conclusion?
Yeah.
You just go right now?
You can.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Look at that dart like shit. He like,
All
yeah,
right. So,
nigga, you ready for that? You wanted to go that quick?
I love my breaks, yo. No, it's fine, yo. Let's knock it off.
We're gonna wrap this up real quick.
Man.
We had a good episode today. We're not gonna say wrapping up our bro code, but I guess cutting it off at 13 for now. This is, to be continued as always. But yeah, I guess we should go through our bro code.
Go through one more time. Back.
So number 1, be your brother's keeper.
Yeah.
Number 2, don't handle another brother's success because yours is coming next. Number 3, don't play yourself.
Wow.
Number 4, protect black women.
Protect black women.
Number 5, if you don't have it, don't spend it.
Cha-ching.
Number 6, take care of yourself.
Every day.
Number 7, never get comfortable. Always move forward.
Keep moving.
You just want to ad-lib them?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Migos background. Number 8, be a man of your word. Number 9, don't fake it till you make it. Just make it.
Right.
Number 10, bring something to get some.
Hey, this is the realest one, yo.
Number 11, pay it forward. Number 12,
Fuck 'em.
drop the ball.
Fuck them.
Yeah, like
Number 12. Number 12.
Fuck them.
Number 13.
Dre was like, say it with your chest. Fuck
I meant
them.
to say something. Let's do number 12 one more time, yo.
All right. Let's go. I'm sorry, number 11. So we
All
get the
right,
momentum. Number 11, pay it forward.
Yeah.
Number 12,
Fuck them.
Respectfully.
or disrespectfully, however you want to do
However you
it.
choose.
And number 13 is celebrate the small wins. That is our non-conclusive bro code list.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something that we plan to live by, die by.
Yeah, let us know. Of course, like let us know if you have anything that could be added. Something that we can add later down the line in your opinion. Of course, we'll think of things along the way to add ourselves as well.
Yeah, because I know for sure, like, this list doesn't cover everything, but we really just want to use it as starting tool. And
these are just some foundational.
Yeah, most definitely. So we know there's some aspects and areas of life that we missed out on. So if y'all would like to contribute, we would definitely appreciate that. But yeah, we appreciate y'all listening as well, and sharing and all that other positive stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Before we go, as always, make sure y'all follow us on the social medias. Anywhere that you stalk your baby daddy / baby mama. Because our viewership is women and men.
Real shit. So, real shit.
Anywhere y'all got them fake accounts stalking your children's parent, follow us. Instagram is at WGB Podcast. Facebook, just type in What's Good, Bro. We also on YouTube. Just type in What's Good, Bro. You find us there. Yeah. We don't do the Twitter. It is one, but we not on it, so don't waste your time. But yeah, that's all I really got. Anybody got anything else before we get out of here?
You guys on?
Man, look, we really thought, long and hard about the bro code, the 13 that we have here. We really try our best to live by it and take it to heart. The ones that do apply to us in our everyday life. Like I said, we want you to really listen through it. And, I challenge our viewers to actually, especially, our black men or our men, period, the men that listen to, try to see, are you applying these to your everyday life? How many of them do apply to you, and just try to live by it the best way you can, because we actually try to live by the code the best way we can, you know what I'm saying? So that's the challenge to you guys.
Word. Yeah, and with that being said, man, just hope y'all keep riding with us, and we're going to keep moving. So we appreciate y'all. Live by the code, die by the code. That's 21 Savage line. I forgot the rest of it.
Live by the code, die by the code.
Savage mode 2 right there. Yeah, that's it, man. And we out.
All right, we out.
See you later, Twan.
We miss you. Tweezy, we love you. Tweezy 4 chain.